Just when I think things can't get worse in this MJF versus Adam Cole storyline, they somehow do, and I understand what they're trying to do, I just don't think it works. Welcome to Allison Analysis. I'm Ben Allison, and I've analysed last night's episode of AEW Dynamite, and here are my 5 key findings. In at number 5, SWI Strickland doesn't need the Hurt Syndicate. So far, I've absolutely loved the presentation of the Hurt Syndicate in AEW, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for them, and I am in favour of adding a 4th member. I just don't think that 4th member should be SWI Strickland, and I'm beginning to fear that it will be. SWI Strickland is already a top star in AEW. There's not much more he can really do to move further up the card. Meanwhile, the Hurt Syndicate, obviously they're going to be trying to get Bobby Lashley to be a top star in AEW. So I don't think having both of them in the faction would really work, and I just don't think being in the Hurt Syndicate would really help Swerve at all. But just the way they are currently building this storyline, it makes me feel like Bobby Lashley's going to beat Swerve at Full Gear, which of course he should, and then after that Swerve's going to join them, and I just would not like that at all. I said it last week, but I'd much prefer Ricochet to be that 4th man, because I think the Hurt Syndicate could just add a little to Ricochet's character, that little bit that he's missing to make him really stand out. Or even Leo Rush I wouldn't mind seeing in it. But in the case of Swerve, I think he's already got it all. I don't really think a change is needed. I'm enjoying the storyline, but I just really hope that he doesn't join the faction. In at number 4, AEW really need to make better use of replays. Last night, Chris Statlander put Mercedes Monae through a wall. That's Mercedes Monae, one of AEW's top stars, went through a wall. Walls are not meant to break. That wall broke. One of their top stars went through a wall. That should be a huge moment. And despite the fact that that huge angle happened, they didn't replay it once throughout the night. I mean, that moment should have been replayed multiple times throughout the night. It should feel like a massive moment in their feud and really advance it. But it didn't, and they didn't really even reference it once. I think Tony Schiavone referenced it in a throwaway comment once, but that might have even been during picture-in-picture. I just can't get my head around it. AEW really feels like my autistic brain at times, when I just can't focus on one thing, there's too much going on, I get all confused, I can't focus on anything, and then I get burned out. You've heard it here first, folks. AEW is autistic. But in all seriousness, I just wish they just replayed it. Like, it's easy, just replay it, make it feel like a big deal. In at number 3, Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay are having the best feud in AEW right now. And their promo segment last night was absolutely exceptional. And I've seen some people online criticize Will Ospreay for messing up a few lines, but because of how passionate and angry he was, I kind of thought that made it feel more natural, it added to it. In fact, I really think it made it more convincing. And the fact that they are properly acknowledging the history between them and properly going into it, and maybe adding some things which didn't happen, I don't know, but it's just really, really good. It feels really real. And it's just been great. And if done right from here, I said it a few weeks ago, but I'll say it again, this could be a star-making feud for Kyle Fletcher, and I really hope it is. I mean, Fletcher definitely needs to beat Ospreay at the pay-per-view, and I think that's going to happen too. But from there, he needs to have another few top feuds in the upcoming months and win all of them as well. Because too often in AEW, we've seen a really great young star win a big feud and then get stuck in the mid-card, and I just really hope that doesn't happen here. But as of right now, I'm loving this, and I cannot wait for their match at Full Gear. But before we go any further, if you could like and subscribe, I would massively appreciate it. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos every single week. And in addition to that, we also do a daily live stream at 8 PM UK, 3 PM Eastern, and 12 PM Pacific every single day. So we'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, like, and comment to really help support us. Thank you. In at number 2, I'm glad the Kings of the Black Throne defeated FTR last night, and honestly, I'm quite surprised they did. I mean, I'm not going to lie, going into last night's show, I thought it was kind of a foregone conclusion that FTR were going to win. I didn't really give House of Black any chance, but I'm so happy I was wrong. And that's not a criticism at FTR. I love them as well, right? But they just have so many title shots. Like, I think other teams deserve some of them. And the loss definitely won't hurt FTR long term at all. And the Kings of the Black Throne, they deserve a tag team pay-per-view moment together, and they're finally getting one. So far, the match is going to be Private Party defending against the Kings of the Black Throne, plus the Outrunners, plus a team to be added at a later date. And this match just seems really fun to me, right? It kind of feels like the breath of fresh air that the tag team division desperately needs. And I'm excited for it. It should be a good one. And in at number 1, why does Rodri Strong want to face MJF? Last night, Strong beat Lance Archer while Adam Cole lost to Konosuke Takeshita, meaning that Rodri Strong will face MJF at the Full Gear pay-per-view instead of Adam Cole, and I just can't get my head around this. And you know what? My issue isn't actually the fact that Cole vs MJF isn't happening. I do quite like the idea of waiting to World's End to do it, because that will be the year anniversary of the original turn. But here's the issue. I don't understand at all why Strong wants the title shot instead of Cole. I mean, I understand why he dislikes MJF, but that all links back to Adam Cole, and he's meant to be best friends with Adam Cole, so surely he'd want to help Adam Cole get that shot instead of trying to get one himself. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, this entire storyline is basically just they all stab each other in the back, they all are secretly heels, yet also friends, apart from obviously now MJF and Cole. I mean, I don't get it at all. Like, realistically, they're all awful people, and we should be rooting against each of them, I guess, in kayfabe. I mean, it just sucks, and I will admit, right, that I'm harsh on this story at this point, but the reason for it is I loved it so much at the start, and I just don't understand why they turned MJF heel a few months ago, right before Cole returned. I don't get it. I think it was the wrong choice. I understand when Cole returned, people would root for him, but why not have MJF be a face, Cole returns as a heel, everyone then does root for Cole because he's just come back, and then MJF has a reason to turn heel. But instead, they did it all unnaturally, very randomly, and it's just been a complete mess, in my opinion. But overall, I did enjoy last night's episode of AEW. The Fletcher and Ospreay promo was definitely the highlight of it, but I'm looking forward to Full Gear now. I think they're going in a good direction for it, ignoring the Rodri Strong and MJF match, and I'll just stop going on about that. But let me know your thoughts on the show down below in the comments. See you guys in the next one. Peace!